I throw myself ahead, stepping into the unknown. Not the world's direction, this decision is my own. Beat snaps quick like a door swinging wide. Future feels close when I choose to collide. Fear shifts back as I'm moving stride. Every step I take draws a brighter outline. Bass walks steady, clearing room for my pace. Piano taps light as I carve out my place. No waiting for fate, no signs to appear. I move first and let the next me steer. Possibilities spark like lights on the rail. Every choice I take writes the rest of my tale. Doubt speaks soft but it can't lead me. I step through the unknown and let the new me breathe. I dive into the challenge like a note in the air. No map, no script, just the courage I wear. Every leap forward draws a rising line. Throwing myself onward cause the choice is mine. Yeah, I'm shaping who I'm meant to be. One step, one groove, self-thrown, set free. Every step ahead is a room I unlock. Quiet hopes turning into beats that nod. Past versions fade like an old street hum. A new me rising with the rhythm I become. I'm not shaped by the roles I once learned. I'm built from the moments where the fear has burned. Uncertainty grows but it keeps me awake. Every unknown path is a chance I take. The world won't choose, I cut my own lane. Throwing myself forward through the fog and the strain. I dive into the challenge like a note in the air. No map, no script, just the courage I wear. Every leap forward draws a rising line. Throwing myself onward cause the choice is mine. Yeah, I'm shaping who I'm meant to be. One step, one groove, self-thrown, set free. Self-thrown, set free, I keep moving ahead. Walking toward the me that I've not yet read. Every beat I follow is a doorway I see. Becoming, unfolding the future in me. Yeah. You opened a room where my truth could land, but the step I take next has to come from my hand. You pulled back curtains I kept in the dark, lit up a corner where fear used to mark. You showed me roads I never learned to trace, paths with no names but a certain grace. No rush, no shove, just a pull from within. A slow burn spark saying start where you begin. I didn't know silence could speak that clear. Didn't know a whisper could drag me near. Back then my shadow had nowhere to stand, but you steadied the light with a soft command. But even when the truth falls into view, the choosing still settles on what I do. You built the space when my voice felt true, but walking from there, that's on me, not you. That's on me, not you. I breathe one slow, let the quiet agree, then take the next step that belongs to me. You spark the room, but you don't define. I'm drawing the rhythm, I'm shaping the line. I breathe one slow, let the quiet agree, then take the next step that belongs to me. You spark the room, but you don't define. I'm drawing the rhythm, I'm shaping the line. We stood where our shadows fell into place, but the road ahead now moves in my pace. You helped me face what I tried to erase, but meaning is made when I claim my space. Not leaving you, just keeping the thread, walking the script I haven't fully read. Inside that room, your voice was warm, cut through the noise where my doubts were born. But warmth can't choose the life I chase. It can guide the heart, but it can't replace the weight of the step only I can make. The part of the journey that's mine to take. Neon signs flicker on a half-lit street. Bass walks steady like echoing feet. Car tires hiss while the night breathes thin. I feel the pull of where I've been, but the city keeps whispering. Move, begin. There's a voice in the calm that circles back clean. Not fear, not doubt, just a shift in the scene. A whisper rising from the life I steer, saying stand where you're standing, you grow from here. So I lean on that sound, let the silence lead, following the rhythm of the ground I need. You opened doors I was scared to see, but right in that meaning, that's on me. We had a moment where truth rang true. Now I hold that truth like a path I pursue. Not cutting away, just caught cracked sidewalk, line of step with a pace that finally feels mine. Not loud, not fast, just steady, refined like jazz in the dark with nothing to hide. A passing cab hums a low bass tone, echoing the pulse of a life I own. I'm no longer split between stay and go. The rhythm beneath me already knows. You were the second my fall, gun spun, but direction begins where the quiet runs. So I stand at the doorway, your life begun, choosing a path only I outrun. If you walk beside me, the rhythm is sweet, but even then it's my steps I meet. Not turning from us, just turning complete, becoming the I was meant to greet. So I move ahead through the open frame, not waiting for fate, not calling a name. You gave me truth and I left this flame, but choosing my future, that's my claim. One last breath in, one soft exhale. The night unfolds like a quiet trail. Your spark stays warm, but the stride is mine. Walking a life on a self-drawn line. Walking a life on a self-drawn line. Yeah. Born in a place with a path I didn't choose, thrown in the moment with nothing to lose. Given no script and no map to the scene, but I bend what I'm handed into something unseen. World draws a frame, but I shift the line. Every force beginning turns to something of mine. Fear tries to linger in the mess I'm in, but I breathe once deep and let the next step begin. Possibilities spark like rails in the night, calling me forward where the future feels bright. Doubt speaks soft, but it can't lead me. I step through the fog and let the new me breathe. I rise from the place that was set for me, turning narrow old roads into ways I can see. Every move forward draws a shifting line, breaking open the world with the will that is mine. Yeah, the world gave weight, but I changed the key. One step, one groove, self-shaped, set free. The dark of a life preset, but I burn a new path through the thoughts I met. Thrown in the laws I could never explain, but I learned how to move in the limits of pain. Past tries binding me to what I've been told, but I melt those walls when the moments unfold. Given this place, but I shape what it means. I turn hard set facts into unwritten scenes. Thrown but not frozen, I'm free to unfold. In the cracks of the world, I'm rewriting the mold. Possibility grows where I choose to begin. I'm a thrown open door with the future within. Rise from the place that was set for me, turning narrow old roads into ways I can see. Every move forward draws a shifting line, breaking open the world with the will that is mine. Yeah, the world gave weight, but I changed the key. One step, one groove, self-shaped, set free. Yeah, I keep walking through limits I once believed, turning fear into rhythm with each breath I breathe. Every beat I follow is a doorway I see, becoming unfolded. The future in me.
my step with a spark so clean, turning quiet nights into something sane. Your laugh hits soft like a disco line, and suddenly the street feels warm and fine. The crosswalk blinks with a brighter glow, matching the rhythm in the way you flow. Even my heartbeat shifts its tune, finding your groove in a rising moon. You lean a little close and the night kicks in, a gentle little pulse under my skin. The whole world tips to a softer hue, like every color's waking up for you. So step into my groove, don't let it fade. We're riding little rhythms in the night we made. Your smile plays chords that I wanna chase, a funky little spark in an open space. And every beat we share, light and true, feels like the city's dancing with us too. So step into my groove, just stay in view. I'm finding a brighter tempo next to you. You tilt your head like you read my tone, laughing at secrets you already know. The sidewalk hums like a muted bass as the air grows warm around your face. Your fingers drum on the table's frame, sinking so smooth with the way you say my name. Even my doubts fall back in line when your rhythm slides slow into mine. Streetcars glide like they're keeping time, their lights bounce soft on your outline. We're walking like a song the night remix, a spark between steps we didn't have to fix. So step into my groove, don't lose the beat. The night grows brighter when our energies meet. Your light touch carries a sweet refrain, like jazz that loops through warm champagne. And every sway A coffee scent drips in the late night air, soft and warm like you just got there. The quiet leans close on the window pane, and even the street finds a slower lane. Your voice slips in like a hidden tune, steady and low in the cafe room. And even the steam from my midnight cup lifts a little higher when you show up. I stir my drink with a half-thought mind, but something about you changes the time. My past day worries fade and fall like sugar melting, no weight at all. You sit down slow like you're part of the light, turning plain old minutes into something bright. And suddenly I feel all those scattered me's, find calmer shades in your quiet breeze. The clock ticks off, the city dims slow, but in your presence moments start to grow. Nothing loud, nothing I need to be, just the now unfolding in front of me. So I fall in step with the hum you carry, a gentle rhythm, unrushed, unscary. Your smile turns the ordinary new, finding small truths in the space with you. Every breath feels lighter beside your line, a quiet warmth I'm glad is mine. No promises big, just a soft design, two futures drifting, sometimes aligned. Baristas talk low in the back somewhere, espresso hums warm in the midnight air. The world outside keeps losing pace, but everything settles around your face. Your laugh rings soft like a vinyl tone, crackled and warm in a room our own. And even my doubts that used to stay sway a little softer when you say hey. Between your voice and the night's thin glow, there's a gentle pause that helps me know I'm not choosing life in leaps so wide, just tiny steps with you by my side. My past floats easy like steam on my cup, and future thoughts rise just by showing up. I'm not trying to be who I used to be, I'm letting that girl walk next to me. So I follow the hum in your easy tone, a rhythm that lifts like a soft trombone. The cafe fades out but the warmth remains. You steady my thoughts with simple refrains, no heavy choices, no sharp design, just gentle futures touching mine. If you take a step I won't fall behind, our rhythm forming in its own time. We push the door as the night moves on, the first cold breeze meets a softer dawn. Street tiles glimmer from the city's glow, quiet enough for the truth to show. Your hand brushes mine in a casual slide, and suddenly time feels open wide. The world feels light, the air feels kind. You keep me steady with the thoughts you find. So breathe with me in this fading hue, where simple steps feel gently true. No maps tonight, no lines to trace, just two warm shadows sharing pace. And as the city settles in muted light, I walk this path that feels just right, a soft slow rhythm between me and you, a late cafe moment turning new. Do 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 do